This movie sets in the 1930s, where three friends witness a murder, frame for it, and uncover one of the most outrageous plots in American history. First of all, this movie has a really great cast list. It's filled with this star-studded cast and has all the potential in the world to be a wonderful film. Unfortunately, it falls flat. This movie is disjointed and dull, devoid of tone, wit, or any semblance of rhythm. This movie has potential, but even the star-studded cast cannot save it with their talent, as they look completely lost in this meandering mess. It's convoluted, confusing, and has no idea what genre it is. This movie has several different narratives, squeezed into a monotonous and underwhelming historical dramedy. Those competing strands all have their merits, but the storytelling is so convoluted it takes forever to settle on the kind of story it wants to tell, let alone a cohesive tone in which to tell it. As a result, the film plods along, straining to locate a proper pitch. It never does, instead simply bouncing around between various equal points of non-interest. This movie is at once stuffed to the gills and very slowly paced. The rich possibilities of a between-the-wars comedy adventure never take shape in this flat and unfunny misfire. At first, when it's 1933 New York, we sense an eccentric body picture in the making, centered on themes of integration and the treatment of veterans. But then we flash back to 1918 Europe, detailing the origins of Bert's and Harold's friendship in a French army hospital and their link up with Nurse Valerie. This extended flashback helps lay the groundwork for why audiences should invest in the characters, but it's so devoid of any spark or luster, it creates a frustrating viewing experience. Character overload and plot convolution reaches critical levels when it's 1933 again. Only once Robert De Niro shows up as a distinguished war veteran does momentum kick in. Unfortunately, he comes along a little too late to rescue this scattershot period piece. This movie never fully commits to any of the presented genres, nor does it give them the time they deserve to complete their part of the story. This is a case of too many elements being thrown into a far too long movie, which is a shame because the premise is intriguing. Many plot developments that takes place for no reason other than that it does. It tries to do way too much, and because of that it gets confusing and frustrating to watch. Overall, this movie is a huge disappointment. We do not recommend this movie at all.